The streets of Cincinnati, welcome to the jungle!
I thought he was dropping everything.
Let's go. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every game day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle dripping heat, tigers strike the city streets. East side stand up, west side stand up. If you reppin' who day, time to put your hands up. Bengals stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fitted. Blue day in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we lit it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the bounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Stripes. Now who wanna move dancing on? Stripes. Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em, bingo bottle, never stop it till the beast on feast and know who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Now who wanna move dancing on? Now who wanna move on? Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the 2-0 Bearcats and home of the 1-0 Bengals. And by the way, Jamar Chase can catch the damn ball, so shut up. Now, if you found the show, do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. I'm up to 1,360 subscribers. That is awesome. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And I'm doing a thing on Mondays now after the game, exclusively on Facebook, not on the Strawberry Ice page, but it's in Who Dey Nation. So what's up, Who Dey Nation? If you guys have not subscribed to my show, same with your follow on Twitter, do me a favor, go to the YouTube channel Sports with Strawberry Ice, hit the subscription, hit the bell for notification, and every time I go live, you'll be notified. Also, exclusively in the YouTube channel, we're doing super chats. So if you want to support what I'm doing, please give me a super chat. I would greatly appreciate it. Now I'm coming to you live from the Ice Cave. And the Ice Cave is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. I don't know about you guys, but that was an awesome football weekend for Cincinnati. I know Ohio State lost. Sorry, Jeremy, if you're watching. My condolences, brother. I know he was going nuts and was very, very upset that his Ohio State Buckeyes lost to Oregon. But my Bearcats, yeah, it's Murray State. I don't care. We're going to the Big 12. We beat Murray State 42-7. Now, I got to give a shout out to the Republic of Cincinnati. It's a great tailgate there on campus in Nipper. They tweeted out Saturday, like right at kickoff, Said, hey, we got extra tickets. Anybody wants to go? DM your email address. I'm like, all right. So I tried it, and I got 2 free tickets, which was great. So me and Mrs. Ice got to go to the game. We sat there in the north end zone, had a blast. Now, before I got there, the Bearcats were not playing that good. I kind of think maybe Miami game where Miami really didn't try probably didn't help them, thinking that Murray State was going to roll over. Well, Murray State didn't. But as soon as I got there, they started playing better. So maybe I'm a good luck charm. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Either way, second half was a lot better. And like I said, they won 42-7. Now we got a big week for the Bearcats. This week is Indiana. Need to win this game. And I had to bring this up. There's a guy in the stands. When Notre Dame was losing, I'm like, no, I want Notre Dame to win because I want them undefeated for when we beat them. And this guy looks at me and goes, it ain't going to matter, bro. I'm like, it does matter, bro, because even if we don't get in the Final Four, if we're undefeated, we get a better shot at a better bowl game. So, yes, it matters. And if we're undefeated, Kirk Herbstreit says they're going to put us in. We'll see what happens. But let's get to the Bengals. I had a great day Sunday. Started out at Longworth Hall. Started at the Jackpot Joey Burrow tailgate. Then headed down to Bengals Bomb Squad. Had a great time hanging out with Cap and Houday Baby and Hubei, which Cap will be on here in a little bit. Then we headed all over to Bengal Gyms. Hung out there for a little while. Then walked into the stadium. Had a great time. We went in early. Cheered the guys on. It was awesome. Thursday night's game is not sold out yet. Are you freaking kidding me? It's the Ring of Honor game. The 81 Super Bowl team's going to be there. This is the thing we all been crying about. We want the Ring of Honor. We want this. Sell the game out. Go buy tickets. It's an absolute blast. And you hang out with me and Cap. Anyway, speaking of Cap, let me bring him in here. Cap, what's going on, brother?
Houday.
Houday, baby, Houday.
You have to excuse the voice. I may, if I get excited, I may lose it again. But welcome. Happy one day.
One day. Hey, one thing I got to say, though, real quick. Did you see this?
Oh, yeah. No drops. I called it.
Who said he can't catch? Who was that? Who was saying he can't catch?
Haters, jealous fans,
haters,
jealous Steelers fans like Mike Florio who kiss my ass. I only wish he could. I'll tell to his face, kiss my ass.
Exactly, dude. I was going nuts. I was hugging people. I'm going around going, I told you Chase could catch. I told you. I knew you could see me guys behind you.
It was such a stupid thing for people to get upset about. The man's caught how many footballs in his life? He just forgot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If he had a problem with his hands, if he had stone hands, he'd be playing corner.
Right.
No offense to defensive backs out there, but if you could catch better, you'd be playing wide receiver. Exactly. The man didn't suddenly forget how to catch. He admitted it was concentration. He's got it back.
Well, this
effortless.
This is what I love, and I played this at the beginning, very, very beginning of the show. If you missed it, but I love this from Joe Burrow. I got to play this again. Hold on. Let me try it again here. There it is.
I thought he was dropping everything.
I love what a smart ass he is. I love it.
That was awesome. I thought he was dropping everything. I'm like, dude, that is so cool. Oh my goodness. But it was, I mean, I gotta admit, I was nervous. I mean, we had the lead and everybody's freaking out about Zach going forward on that fourth down. But I'm like, if he gets that fourth down, the game's over. So, but that's Zach Taylor. I mean, he's done that for the 2 previous years. I tried to find the percentage of how many times he's went for a fourth down in his coaching career, but I know it's a lot. And how many times?
Higher than Marvin.
Yeah, I was how many times
have the 30-yard line?
Yeah.
But you know what? He placed his faith in those players, and those players know that. The offense appreciated it. Apparently, the defense not so much. But you know what? I don't know that we'll see another 30-yard line, our territory, going for it on fourth. But he's going to continue to be aggressive. There's no doubt. And I love it. You know what? Because if we're going to be out there, if we're going to, I'm sorry, but unzip and throw it on the desk for everybody to see, I'm here for it. That we are going to be that team from now on.
Exactly. And that's the thing is like I said, how many times do we complain about, that Marvin would never go for it? He would never, it would drive all of us nuts. Now, somebody made a point earlier today on the radio. I can't remember who it was, but it was like, you can't be upset with the guy who is doing what everybody wanted him to do. Everybody wanted Marvin to always go for it. Now we had the coach that goes for it. Now you're pissed off that he went for it. I'm like, you can't have it both ways. And
I know for a fact. I've seen fans say on our side of the field, we need to go for it. It's only 1 yard.
Right.
I have seen it. And then suddenly they disappear. Like, no. Okay, just because put your bias against Zach aside and just appreciate the fact that we are aggressive and we've got the talent to pull it off. Now, the execution needs to improve, and they know that. But you know what? First game, even bigger, we overcame it.
Yes.
I don't care who thinks it's a mistake. All these people, I don't know it. I heard whispers all around me. Here we go. Here we go. I'm like, no. I sat there and I realized my thoughts have no bearing on what goes down on the field. I'm not superstitious. All I know is I've got to yell on defense. And when it got hard, when it was hot, when we're tired, and fourth quarter, I'm still yelling. Nothing I think has anything to do with what happens on the field. But I was making sure in my head, I'm like, this is a new team. That doesn't matter. I don't care if they tie it. We are going to win this game. And I guarantee Joe Burrow pulled that huddle together. It's like, hey, we're going to march down. McPherson's going to kick it for the win.
Well, the thing is, too, on that the fourth down that everybody's upset about, if Mixon doesn't slip, I think he gets it. if you look at the replay, and the thing is, I'll put it this way. I kind of brought this up on Friday's show, that I think one of the keys to the Bengals winning this year is obviously overcoming the deficits and making the winning plays. And that's what they did. The defense got the turnover. Burrow got the pass to CJ Zama. And Evan Kickferson drilled that thing. That's winning plays. That's what we want. Those are steps forward in the right direction.
You know what? Great teams win ugly.
Yeah.
And I don't care. Hey, I'm sorry, Vikings fans. We dominated that game. Mm-hmm. We were the better team. You take away a few lapses of judgment.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they were in it. We should have won by 2 to 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. I mean, if we don't if we don't give them the ball there on that fourth down and we got stopped, the game's over. I mean, we hit that fourth down, it's over. We score another touchdown, it's over. And that's the thing. And I like that. I want to go for the jugular. I want to stomp them into the ground, when you have a chance. I don't want to go, let's just punt, let's play defense and let's see. No, go kick their ass. To me, that's winning football. That's what you want to have happen.
Absolutely. Hooday.
Hooday, baby. All right, let's get into some of the things that Zach said today. And now Trey Waynes, he said, is probably not expected to play next week. So Eli Apple will be back in again. And Joe Burrow is fine. I mean, my dad was freaking out when Joe went limping to the sidelines. And he said later on, he kind of tweaked his ankle, but he's fine. And there's no limits or restrictions on him for practicing this week. So because he was like, what's he doing over there? I said, I don't know. I can't see him. Honestly, I didn't even see him limp off. I mean, did you see that part?
No, I'm paying attention to so many other things. I'll watch again, and I always rewatch the games that we're at just because, it's great being there. There is nothing better in my life than being there as opposed to watching on TV and just being around all the excitement. But you do miss some stuff. Yeah,
you miss some stuff. I mean, the funny thing is, like, the guy who sits behind me, which I can't ever remember his name, but he tweeted me out an orange arrow. He's like, I can't remember. It was the I think it was a chase touchdown. I ran over and I just gave him an orange arrow big hug. I'm like, yeah, and that's what's cool. And the thing is, I have to tell you this, and this is kind of the way I feel today. It's, for months and months and months, and we've been fighting the national narrative, fighting back on what they're saying. And I kept seeing this chip keeps getting bigger, which the chip's still there, but I kind of feel like this. Whew, I told you. I told you.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, this is what we've been talking about. I mean,
I said it. I said it during the game. I'm like, this is exactly the team that I knew they could be. It's the exact team that the reason behind me saying if they're relatively healthy, we're winning 10 games. And we saw it. Minnesota's a good team. I see Minnesota making the playoffs.
Yeah, I said that. I mean, we're going to get to Mike Zimmer defense. I mean, it's no joke. And I know the offensive line gave up 5 sacks, but again, it's a Mike Zimmer defense.
Yep.
I mean, it's a good defense. And he's not, I know it wasn't that good last year, but Mike Zimmer ain't going to let his defense be bad for 2 years in a row. So
right.
I'm not okay with it. They got to tighten it up. And even Joe said that they got to work on stuff and get better. But let's get to Jamar here, and I can't stop talking about him. But he had made a Bengal rookie record. 5 receptions, 101 yards, 20.2 yards average, and his longest was that 50-yard bomb. And that was beautiful. Dude, it looks just like the stuff they did at LSU. I mean, somebody tweeted it out where they had Joe Burrow in LSU, and then it faded into Jamar Chase one. Yeah. Oh, that who did it? Okay.
Yeah. Phenomenal. Oh, it's such a great cut up. But, dude, I mean, that was in our end zone.
Yes, I know. Right at us.
It's funny because I threw, and I wish somebody had a video because I'm looking at it and he was alone on an island. I'm like, this corner's about to get torched. So I'm looking out there. I turn to Hube and I'm like, Uno right here.
Yep.
And Joe, I don't remember Joe looking any other direction. He just waited for the moment and launched it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is it. This is it. And then sure enough, we lost our minds. Oh my God. Yeah, and it couldn't have happened to a better guy for everything he's had to deal with this offseason. Welcome to Cincinnati. That's what we do on a daily basis. Year to year, we have to put up with the shit. So,
yep. Exactly. Yep. So apparently, I got to put this up here because, like I said, we go in there early, but I guess Crip saw you guys, you and Hube dancing in the stands in the pregame.
Oh, my God. See, I can't tell where the cameras. I'm not paying attention like pregame,
right?
And they got me. I didn't see that. I appreciate the shout out. The stuff I can find the stuff in game, but hey, I tell you what, to show nieces, nephews, kids, grandkids, whatever. One day, if you catch me pregame, they usually won't show it on like Game Pass. Shoot me a tweet. I always appreciate people catching that stuff. Me being an idiot.
Yeah, we got on the jumbo truck because I was down by you for the pregame stuff, and then everybody actually showed up to
with the best shirt I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
That's what everybody needs to wear for the Ring of Honor game, 13 and 14. I love it.
Yeah, I'll be wearing it, which I told LFG I'd wear. Which LFG, I'm wearing your shirt now. I said I was going to wear it to the next home game, but I got to wear my Ken Anderson. I said I got a shirt I made. It says "Put the Kens in 13 and 14." So I got to wear that to the Ring of Honor game. So, but yeah, I think everybody, first of all, we got to sell the game out. But everybody needs to have, I don't care which number. You have 13 or 14, you have both. I don't care. You got to have those shirts on, and just celebrate because we get to celebrate those two guys for ourselves. Screw the Hall of Fame, hopefully they'll get in. But that night we get to celebrate them. We get to celebrate our Bengals and our great Bengals. And it's going to be a blast. I can't wait to go. I'm so fired up. I got 2 weeks. I can't wait.
The announcers shouted us out. They talked about the crowd noise and the effect on the game. We did it. We've got to make them take notice of us again. Hey, you're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed the game. We've got to make them take notice again. This Ring of Honor game. If we can fill the stands with 13s and 14s, and I'm telling you, take a white T-shirt, take an orange T-shirt, go to Joann Fabric, Michaels, whatever. Black fabric markers are like $2. Yeah. I don't care if it's by hand, just a giant 13 or 14, so that when the cameras pan around, they're like, wait a minute. Maybe if they don't always get it, they don't always get the information. But when they notice 13 and 14, everyone's wearing either 13 or 14, they're going to talk about it. That's going to give them the opportunity to talk about why Ken Riley and Ken Anderson should have been in the Pro Football Hall of Fame a long time ago, and it is not a Hall of Fame until they're in.
Exactly. And the other thing, too, is you can throw 71 in there, too, because Willie's the next guy up.
We're absolutely got to fight for Willie Anderson.
We need to fight for him now, so he gets
absolutely.
He's one of the ones that's going in next year.
Absolutely,
he deserves to be in there. So,
make a big push on social media. Keep that up. But for this game, since we're honoring those two, let's see those in the stands.
Exactly. Crown wants to know one game ball. Who are you giving it to? I'll let you go first. I know who I'm giving it to.
I mean, there are some dark horse type of game ball. I mean, I'd love to just say Evan McPherson just to rid us of that mojo that you know me, I'm positive. Every time that Randy went to kick, my arms are in the air.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's gonna make it. And then son of a gun, if the game's on the line, he misses it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're killing me. Like I'm not gonna defend that, but it's making it really hard to root for the guy. Even though by the end of the year, his numbers look pretty good, but every time we need it the most, it's horrible. Mac, who MF and day. Absolutely. I could give it to him, give it to Burrow for the comeback. I mean, he got it out. He took some hits. He got roughed up a little bit. He missed wide open Mike Thomas, whether it was Mike not quite being in position or, I think Burrow could have put that in a better spot, obviously. Chase, I hate to be a cop-out.
Rookie record.
He showed why he deserved to be that pick when we picked. Yeah, Royal Flush Terry said, BJ, Jermaine Pratt.
Yep.
There are so many. Oh, man, Joe Mixon. The comeback that everyone forgot about because he missed so much time. His energy, he was pumping everybody up. He was begging for noise. I'm going to give it to Joe.
Yeah, Mixon had 29 attempts for 120. This is just rushing. 127 yards, 4.4 yards per carry. That's just rushing, and that's not even counting the coming out of the backfield getting the passes. I mean,
I know the offensive line helped, but there were some plays where I think they could have helped a little bit better than they did.
Right.
So the fact that he made people miss in the backfield, he made more guys miss than he's made in a long time, and I think he led that slate of games with the most misses. I think he had 8. He made eight guys miss. That's phenomenal. And without that rushing attack, that game gets a lot harder.
Oh, absolutely. I've said this. No matter what the Unos do or whatever, or Ocho, whatever Ace is calling the 3 wide receivers, whatever they do, it ain't going to happen without Mixon. Mixon is the key to this offense. And that's one thing I do like too, is how balanced it was. And that's kind of what people ask me here. What do you think a Zach Taylor offense is going to look like? And I kept referring back to the Tennessee Titans game last year. That was a very balanced game, and that's what I think this was too. There's a couple of times I'm looking at my dad going, I wish he'd throw it. Because I
thought the same thing. I was surprised they ran the ball that much. Now, I didn't mind it because he was getting some big chunks.
Yes, exactly.
Off guard, but I was really kind of surprised because it's Royal Flush Terry. Trevor Lawrence won't stand a chance versus Tiger's Den or whatever the crazy is called. Hey, your Tiger's Den is catching on. I love it.
I'm gonna try to make a sign. I'm gonna try to get a big sign and get down there early again and put it, especially for prime time Thursday. I'm gonna try to get a I don't know, a big bedroom sheet or something and paint it on there and put it down there. Hopefully they won't take it down. See if I can get it on there.
I love it. I love the idea. But oh hell, what was I saying?
Talk about what Joe Mixon, I think.
Oh, the 3 Migos.
3 Migos, that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, as far as running the ball, it's like, you know what? Fans last year, fans under Marvin were begging, like, why aren't we throwing the ball? We need to air it out. That's the league now. Why are we still running? And then we're throwing the ball like crazy. Like, oh, why are we throwing the ball so much? We're going to get – I'm like, come on. Everybody just wants to complain unless they're – Now, heaven forbid they get their head coach in or their whatever, then the dude will do no wrong.
Right, right.
Hey, I'm sorry, but if we get anybody from head coach in Michigan in Cincinnati cut, no, absolutely not. It's been brought up before. No, I don't want that pasty white, bare-chested weirdo anywhere near my team. Sorry, Michigan fans, but no, the guy's not won anything. So you know what? We've got the energy. We've got the locker room. We've got the leaders. We've got a close-knit team. Anthony Long sounded like it was loudest it's ever been.
Yes.
Somebody else said, and I wish I could remember, it's the loudest. Matt M and a bunch of numbers. He said it's the loudest he's heard it since 2015. I absolutely agree.
And it wasn't sold out. And unfortunately, there was a lot of Vikings fans there. I was sitting next to one, and they started. Remember when they got they tied it up where they started doing the skull, and then we got back. We were like, who day,
yeah, yeah. There were a couple fans beside us, and he was nice enough. But he was a little,
fine, yeah.
He was a little annoying though.
Yeah,
and
his team was coming back.
Well, I talked to my wife, and then he'd interject with his Vikings take.
Yeah,
and I almost turned to him like, I really don't care. I really do not give a f what you have to say about this game right now. In particular, it was a penalty, but the pass was tipped. I'm like, oh, that was tipped. He's like, yeah, but it was tipped after the penalty. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to call the jerk line on this guy. That's just abuse of the jerk line.
Right.
But dude, shut up.
But
so one of the Bengals fans after that, hey guys, how's it go? What was it? Skull? Like, I don't know. How do you? Yeah. Oh yeah, he was ripping him. I'm like, you know what? I am not going to interject because screw that guy.
Right. Exactly. I heard this. Justin says he said it's definitely the loudest he's heard since the wild card game. That wild card, that was when AJ caught the touchdown that I thought we were going to win. And that's the last I've ever heard that stadium.
Like I felt it. Like 2000. Yeah. That's my gauge. When I feel the noise, I'm like, okay, we're rocking. Same year, the Seattle game.
Yeah.
That we came from behind. That was loud. I was impressed. That whole year, it seemed to be easier to get loud. But you're right. You know, we were not as close to selling out as I had hoped.
No.
And unfortunately, there were way too much purple there.
Yeah.
And we still brought it.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy on Twitter, you said it. Like, it doesn't matter what we're going to do. We are going to bring that noise.
Yes.
And we did. So that's what we've got to keep on doing. But we absolutely have to sell out this next game. They've earned it.
Yeah.
They've absolutely earned it.
Not just for the team, for Ken Riley, Ken Anderson, sell the thing out for them. Because like I said, we've all been complaining and crying and wanting a Ring of Honor. We have one. Go to the game.
We've got one. We've got the ability to pack the entire stadium.
Yes.
I mean, think about the chance for Ken.
Yes.
That we can do. Just let the T. They're going to show something. If we have something at halftime. Obviously, they're going to cut the halftime, but they're going to roll.
Yeah,
they're going to show when they come back for the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And if the entire stadium is chanting Ken, they're going to. We've got to have that. We need everybody in that stadium.
Put them in. You know, it's just something like that. I mean,
yep.
Yeah.
Let's get that started. Put Ken in, and that'll be both of them.
And the thing is, you come down early, you can hang out with Bengals captain and me, and you can go hang out with Jim, and we're kind of fun to hang out with.
Dude,
who day?
Everyone, I just want to say thank you. I've said it on Twitter, and I'm sure like 99% of people were down there had no idea that I said it. That's fine. But for everybody that showed up pregame, I have never seen that many people that early in that stadium hang out in the players, and I guarantee it made a difference. I guarantee it. One day, we're going to just be like 5-6 rows deep.
Yeah.
Everybody watching pregame, they're going to run back to the locker room and think, oh my, you guys need to go out there and see. We're going to have guys like half peeking out like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's going to be. And the thing is, I got to get my dad down there earlier when he goes to the games because I wanted to come in because by the time I got in there, the whole front row was filled up like, dang it. So I had to kind of stand behind you guys for a little bit. Then finally a couple people moved out. I was able to move down to the front row. But that's the thing, people. Go tailgate, have fun, show up 45 minutes to an hour early. Go in there and show these guys how much we appreciate it, how loud it's going to be. And it just gets them fired up. I mean, let's go to the comment here that let me find it here. I think Zach said, and I got it on Twitter from where's it at here? Too many things on my computer.
Get off the hub.
I know. My bad. Where's that? Because you retweeted it. Oh yeah. Hey, here it is. Yeah. Kelsey Conway, she's from the Inquirer now, says Zach Taylor said the fans played a big role in the win yesterday. Our fans stepped up. It was great vibe and energy. And Joe Mixon, even I was listening to him on NFL radio today. He was even saying how loud we were and how much that helps. And you see Mixon get into it. He loves that stuff. And they couldn't have that last year. So it means even more to them this year.
And Zach, I don't know if you saw Zach coming off the field, but
no, I didn't. I missed him.
Ever since that Jets game,
he's pointing at you.
Yeah, he came up today or yesterday. He did, but ever since I've been yelling at him. No matter what, it's like, hey, we trust the process. We've got to support the team. Keep your heads up. Let's get them next time. Everything's finally coming together. The Jets game, he come up, give me a high five, and as a fan, one of the coolest moments, being a fan. I've had I don't know how many conversations with Marvin Lewis, but he'd never come up to me, after a game.
Right.
And so sure enough, this win, we all get an Evan chant. Evan.
Yeah.
Evan.
Yep. I remember that.
Zach comes over, locks eyes, and points, and he looked like a fan. I can't tell you. He pointed like, yeah.
I missed that, man. How did I miss that? Oh,
dude, like I could light Marvin's shoes on fire, and I wouldn't get that kind of reaction. Zach was he put so much into it. His face turned red.
Yeah,
I absolutely.
He used to become Strawberry then, right?
Yeah, Strawberry Zach. I don't know. I absolutely love that for him, for what he's trying to build, for the family. Like, you can tell he loves the city. He loves the team. He wants to win. He wants to do it for his players and the fans. And you know what? He's bringing that energy, and we're all going to feed off of each other. I am willing. Sometimes in life, in business, little life advice. let me sound old for a second. You get angry and somebody's wronged you, or you feel like you need something. Sometimes you've got to reach out and extend that olive branch. You shouldn't have to. We all know we shouldn't have to. It's not right. But sometimes if you do that, if you take your ego down a peg and you reach across that aisle, you get even more in return. So
exactly.
for the fans who are just bitter or scared or anxious or whatever, it's like, you know what? We showed up to that game.
Just come back.
We showed up We showed up the game. We were loud.
Oh yeah.
Not everybody knew what we had to expect. That first couple of drives were pretty lame. I'm like, oh man,
we're still loud though.
This is not the game I thought it was going to be. Like, but we kept the energy, and they responded. We helped them out. They lifted themselves up. We helped them out. We were a big part of that win. Now, in turn, they're going to do better. Yeah. And guess what? We're going to get louder, and then they're going to do even better, and then we're going to get louder.
Woo!
And then we're going to the playoffs.
I'm talking about, baby. I'm fired up. Is it
Woo!
Now I gotta get this up. Rabbit said he cannot wait for Thursday night game. It'll be his first in-person Bengals game ever. Awesome, Rabbit.
Rabbit, please. Okay, gates open 11:30. 11:30. Gee, it's gates open an hour and a half prior to kickoff. Get there. Come over to 158, 156. Anybody listening, come over to 158, 156.
Come see us.
I don't care if I get there a fraction late and I've got to go in row 10 and watch everybody enjoy themselves in front of me. It's not about me. Please, Rabbit, come up, introduce yourself. Say hi. Love to see you. Love to meet you. Royal Flush Terry, you'll be there as well. CA, same to you. Come 158, 156. Come where, Joe Mixon dabbed me up pregame one time. I about died. Like, hey, you guys look familiar. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my,
Well, I had to tell everybody this too. Like I said, I went to the Bengals bomb squad and hung out with Cap for a little while. And then he's like, hey, you want to go? You going to head to the Bengal gyms? I said, yeah, all right, I'll walk over with you. The man can't walk 2 feet without going, oh my God, it's Bengals captain. Oh my God. Oh, can I have your picture? I'm like, all right, well, I'll just keep standing here. And a couple people are like, oh, we know you too. I'm like, all right, cool.
Now, I'm not shaking my head because I don't like it. I appreciate anybody caring, but it's more that I don't see that. I don't feel that. I will. Anybody wants to stop me, I'm gonna stop because guess what? I am just this lame dude in a really hot right now, probably smelly polyester suit. That anybody would care to take time out and want a picture with me. I'm amazed. So, it's thank you. Don't freak out. You grab me, talk to me. I love meeting I've met probably a couple hundred people yesterday, and all just passionate Bengals fans talking about the team. I met so many great fans. You mentioned it. Wife thinks it's funny too. The people that stop.
I think it's great. The whole walk over, I just made fun of you the whole time. So I was entertaining myself.
I know. I get that. I'll never get used to it. I love it.
I don't get. I mean, it's just starting to happen for me. And people are like, "Iceman." I'm like, "What? Oh, hey, you're talking to me?"
Oh yeah,
like,
you'll get there. Yeah, and you'll never get you're that type of dude. You're a humble dude too. You'll never get used to it. It's just funny. It's fun. But you know what? When I was a kid, I looked up to people like Houday Baby. As an adult, I knew about Houday Baby before I got to meet him.
Right.
And then we ended up at the same tailgate. So it's, I've like, oh my God, this dude is awesome. Like, I want to be like that dude. And I couldn't. And I chose the polar opposite of cool as far as the costume. He's this big badass. And I'm a guy that you think, should we invite him to the party? Like, yeah, but he's going to wear that stupid suit. Like, but we have to. Yeah.
Well, I don't know who looks dumber, you or me. I got the orange hair going, and it cracks me up.
It's me because I like the Guy Fieri thing. It makes me think of Family American Dad, the episode when he did
The funny thing is, everybody asks me like, "How long does it take you to do that hair?" I'm like, "Oh, not that long." It cracks me up. People think that's my actual hair. So I'm the guy with the orange spiked up hair and the cape on. So
yeah, hey, the cape is a lot cooler than.
I missed this kid, the Orange Ranger. Houday tweeted that out. I missed him. That's awesome, though.
Dude, first of all, like, I wish everybody would see it. I hope the Bengals see it. That's the first kid super fan, and I use super fan for like costumed, people who would embarrass themselves.
We're good.
New Stripe City, in 158 is that?
Oh yeah, sorry, I just popped that up. You have to read.
New Stripe City Boys 158. Hey, all right. Let's go. Get everybody packed in 158. But
exactly.
So as far as costume fans, that's the first kid I've seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, and it was perfect because it's been a while. My son is 21 now, and he was into Power Rangers. I don't remember them having an orange Power Ranger, but maybe they do. But they do. They do. Okay. Yep. I didn't watch. I mean, I watched it with him, but that was
I didn't at all. I don't have a kid, so but I did know. You know what? I called that out. You do look at my tweets. We need an orange Power Ranger, and then there was some conversation about it.
Somebody said
I had nothing to do with it though. But Dad put together these sweetest. I mean, there are a million ways to do it, and I was thinking in a few ways, and I would have thought just a normal, orange Power Ranger, and then throw some stripes on the helmet. And he did that, but he did so much more. The detail.
Dude, it was legit. It looked like you could buy in a store. I mean,
yeah. He did a great job. That kid made our absolute day. I wish the Bengals could find him and like do something for him because you know what? That's where it all starts.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be old. I'm not, the beard's gonna be gray. I'm not gonna be able to dance around like an idiot. Nobody's gonna care about.
You'll still be trying though. Don't lie.
80-year-old Cap. That kid is gonna run the show.
Exactly. I put this up here from Chris. He said, took his friend to his first game and pointed out who you guys are. He's going to start following you too. All right. That's cool.
Chris, apologized to your friend ahead of time about me. Strawberry Ice puts out great content. I go off the rails sometimes. There are references to my OnlyFans and some like spanking GIFs and things like that. So,
the spanking one of the Vikings, I like that. That was good. I retweeted that one.
I had that queued up the night before. I'm like, you know what? Now it's a thing I have to do. I didn't want to jinx this.
Well,
but it worked.
We did that silly "let's go." Right? I tweeted. I tried to tweet out before the game started, but there's so many people on Twitter. I couldn't get it out until afterwards. So that's the one where it was you, me, and Hube, and I'm screaming, "Let's go!" So I couldn't get anything out on Twitter till like afterwards.
Yeah,
there were so many people on their phone there. I couldn't get it done. But Arrow says here, he said there was a Bengals Batman kid, and his dad dressed up and walked around with him. He was adorable. I heard there was a Bengals Batman, but I didn't see him. I didn't leave my seats, to be honest. Once I got in there, I like halftime, I was tired.
Oh yeah.
I like my dad's like, you want a beer or you want a water? I was like, both. So he went and got me a beer and a water.
So you got a natty light.
Yeah, exactly. Or some people call it a Bud Light, whatever. That's my sister-in-law. My sister
I like
makes
Bud Light.
fun of me. I love Bud Light. That's my beer. That's my beer.
Yeah.
It's Bud Light. My sister always makes fun of me, calls it water, but I care. I like it. So after that, and then I got to meet shout out to Anthony Kazinza. I got to meet him in person for an Orange Black Insider podcast. He was down at Bengal Jim's tailgate, and we're waiting on my wife to come pick us up. And he showed back up again. It was him, his brother, and his nephew. 3 great dudes. Those guys are awesome. And Anthony's like, what are you guys going to do after this? I'm like, dude, I'm wore out. I am literally wore out. I said, I don't even, like, normally I would try to walk so my wife doesn't have to pick me up. We don't get out of that traffic jam. I said, I don't even want to walk anywhere. I'm just staying right here until she comes get me. I'm going home. And I literally took a nap. I'm getting old, dude.
After this, I'm going to hit the Peloton because you know what? You have to train for games like that. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
If you want to jump around like an idiot, most people don't want to look like an idiot. I don't mind. I'm an idiot.
I'm good.
If you want to jump around and scream and yell, like you've got to be in shape. That game
round the shape.
That game, seriously, fourth quarter. That you saw us on the jumbotron. I think early fourth quarter maybe, and I just kind of smiled and like shook my head a little bit. I'm like, I am not wasting any energy on a TV timeout because when they need us, I don't have a whole lot left. And you better believe they needed us. I'm like, this is where I lose my voice. This is where I sacrifice myself to the football gods. Let's go.
I'm surprised I have a voice still because, like I said, I was cheering at the Bearcat game Saturday, and then I went to the Bengals game on Sunday. So I woke up this morning, I'm kind of like this. Like, hello, how are you? My voice is even deeper.
I recommend everybody, chug a Gatorade pregame, pack some Halls, like some kind of throat lozenge. I'll pop some during the game. I always have Advil or something because all the yelling, I'll have a headache. And I'll refuel with some Advil and some water at halftime, and then I'm usually good for the second half.
So let's get to and I tweeted this out. I call it the ballsy call of Zach Taylor right there on the go for it. And dude, okay, be honest. I thought it was a first down anyway. I mean, the ball was right there on the tip of that first down mark. I'm like, that's first down. I'm like, it looked like it was touching to me.
It looked like it was touching to me. I'm really shocked that they didn't call it. Seriously?
Yeah.
So Vikings fans are complaining about all the false starts and stuff. Like, you know what? Those are clear to see. Your team screwed up. Just own it.
That's because we were loud.
Then I thought, and again, we're in the stands. Some, people watching can tweet you and figure that out. But I thought that we should have seen some intentional grounding on the one. He chucked that ball so far out of bounds. I don't care if there was a receiver in line.
He could have caught it. It was 10 feet over his head.
And it didn't, based on the one replay we got to see, it did not get past the line of scrimmage. So he's within the tackle box. It didn't get past the line of scrimmage. Nobody even paused. Now, okay, the referees did talk about it, but normally if they're talking about that, Anthony Long says the ball was touching on TV.
That's what it looked like. I saw the replays later on that night. I'm like, dude, that was the first down. Like, usually that close, it is a first down. It was like on TV, they said it was centimeters. That's what me and my dad were talking about. Like, it's freaking centimeters away. But, I mean, just to make that play, and the cool thing about that play, because CJ Zama and Joe Burrow were talking about it, they messed that play up in practice, they ran it again because Burrow's like, no, we're doing it perfect. We're doing it perfect. And it still didn't go perfect. There was some stuff going on in the backfield that didn't work out the way they wanted to. But that dime, Joey was dropping dimes right to CJ. It was beautiful.
I love it. And that was Joe's call. But people that, there was a little bit of a debate between, was it Zach? Was it Joe? It was Joe's call. Zach gave him the ability to call that play.
Yes.
Joe does not have an entire playbook that he can just open up and call anything he wants any given time. There are certain times head coaches, and Marvin taught me that, there's certain times head coaches will restrict or open up or whatever. And I'll never forget the Denver game, end of the half against Denver. Jeremy Hill got stuffed right side. Yeah. And that was Marvin Lewis saying, give me a run.
Mm-hmm.
And then Marvin went over to Hugh and said, you know what? Run that same play. Give me that again. And this time execute.
Right.
And they did, and it sprung him for a 60-some-odd yard touchdown. That happened. So Zach gave him that ability. And then he trusted his QB to make the right choice. Joe saw what he needed to see. Now, we in the stands, I'm thinking, sweet. QB sneak, piece of cake. We got this. We'll march on. They snapped the ball. I'm like, no. Yes. I mean, couldn't have been two completely different. I couldn't believe it. For a second, I'm like, I'm dead. This is where I die. No one's going to go to another game for the rest of the year. This sucks. Just a split second to, we're going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
I
want to capitalize what you were saying about Zach Taylor. And this is what I like. This is what happens when you have a quarterback like Jackpot Joey Burrow. You could put the game in his hands, knowing he's going to make the right check down. Zach has that confidence in Burrow. Burrow obviously has that confidence in himself. The whole team does. And that's the difference. And that's why I keep saying we have a chance to go 11-6. We have a quality. I mean, Joe Burrow, by the end of this year, I think he's going to be a top 5 quarterback. I really do. I think he's going to be considered that high. So that's shows a lot right there. And hold on, I'll get to this real quick. Keith wants to know, how did he's leaving. He said, how did Chase do? Chase, I said this before, he had 5 receptions, 101 yards with a 20.2 average, and he had a longest one of 50 yards, and he broke a Bengals rookie record. So pretty good.
Chase was as advertised.
Yeah, exactly. He did awesome. But get back to what I was saying, and that's the point where that gets me so excited. And like, I was excited about, I love the teams with Andy Dalton and all those guys. Those guys will always have a special place in my heart because, we went to 5 straight playoffs. No, we didn't win a game, but that's the best winning period we've had in our franchise's history. Joe Burrow is different. That play right there shows you that he can make the winning plays. I mean, hell, last year, remember the first game against the Chargers, he drove them down could have been a winning touchdown. And the other cool thing is, that's the first win we've had on opening day since 2017, I think it was.
Yeah, he's the dude. I mean, I personally, I would have went for the guarantee. Give me the quarterback sneak. Give me the inch. F you refs,
right,
and march down the field. The fact, because anything could happen. I mean, he knows the offensive line that he's in front of. And granted,
let's give it to them. They played pretty good too.
Absolutely. I saw a little bit of confusion. The one I can't remember. Jake Lisco was talking about
the very first sack. I think Spain, they got blitz around the middle. I think Spain missed. I think it was Spain or Mixon. That's one thing Mixon did a couple times.
Yeah, well,
he's got to pick up the block more.
Look up Jake Lisco. I think he had one on Pirine, one on Mixon, one on Sample. Yeah, those 3, and then the 2 on Trey Hopkins.
Yeah.
So, and the one, I'm like, man, if Pirine would have just even got contact, I mean, it was rough.
Mm-hmm.
That he would have been fine. But They can improve. They can get better, especially Trey. That was a game, first game back from injury. Hopefully this next one, he'll, just one game to get the rust off. They did pretty well. But knowing how some of those blitzes were handled, or it could have went bad. Joe doesn't care. He knew he could play. Hey, I'm not a QB. I'm not an NFL QB. I'm not, but still, flag football. There are those throws where I get nervous. I'm like, shit, I don't know if I can make the throw.
He just chucks it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's open, but what if I miss it? Just split second. Joe's not wired like that. He knows he's going to hit any blade of grass, artificial turf, on that field at any point in time. Maybe except the Mike Thomas one, but whatever. First game back from injury too.
Yeah, it's so.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. And that is the type of killer instinct that I get. We might not deserve to have right now after the couple years we've had. They don't care. They're shifting into that gear right now. They're skipping some gears. We're going straight to playoffs. Done.
Exactly. Let's talk about next week. We got the Bears coming up. And so Jeff Holmes says, I see we're 3-point underdogs at Chicago next week. Let the critics keep doubting us. They'll start believing us soon enough. Yeah, and to be honest, the Bears defense didn't look that good last night. I mean, I'm not saying that our offense is clicking as good as the Rams are, because their offense was clicking pretty good last night. But that's the potential I think this offense has to get to. And I said to win. I think we're gonna be 2-0 or 3-0 going into the Jacksonville game. I think we got a shot at winning, because you got Andy Dalton played pretty good last night, but I agree. Let them keep doubting us. I think we're going to prove them wrong.
Yep. We're a good team right now to play with a chip on our shoulder. That chip's going to grow. I'm all for it.
Exactly, and it just that's what's so much fun about this. Finally, I mean, because you and me, you've been on Twitter longer than I have. I've been doing the show for 2.5 years now, and so I just keep and everybody keeps. I got a friend of mine. He's like, "Why do you care what the national narrative is?" I was like, because it's not freaking true. It's not true,
and it's not fair. And sadly, I feel like it reflects. I'm not in Cincinnati yet. We're moving there, but I've always had that feel. Hardworking Midwest. There's so much to offer. The city's got so many amazing things, from places to visit, to see, to things to eat, things to do, and everybody wants to trash it and say this or that without having stepped foot. The one idiot saying, we were what, the worst?
Oh, worst tailgating?
Yeah. I'm like,
he's never been here. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I've been to other cities to tailgate, and we're right up there with some of the most storied franchises in the league.
Go look at Longworth Hall. That thing was packed.
Yeah, and the perfect route for anybody that goes, get there early, get there at 9 a.m. on a 1 p.m. game.
Yep.
Start at Longworth Hall.
Yep.
Walk your way over to Lot 1, hang out with the Bengal Bomb Squad, walk over to Lot E. You've got the Twins, you got Jim's amazing tailgate. And then all you have to do is walk up the ramp, you're right there at 158, ready to walk in and watch pregame and chat it up with Mixon. I don't know another stadium that's got that layout where you can just flow and see it all.
Oh, it's perfect. And dude, that's my walk every Sunday. I start at Longworth Hall, and I start at Jackpot Joey's tailgate. Then I head down to the Bomb Squad. Then I head over to Jim's, and I head into the stadium. It's perfect. I mean, it's awesome.
So it reflects against us, against the team. The team's never gotten the respect from the national media. Everybody wants to talk. You know what? I'm taking it personal, because guess what? I can't tell you how many times in my life I've been counted out. People said stuff about me. I'm the underdog. I'm not going to make it, least likely to succeed, whatever. Guess what? Proving everybody wrong. You're proving everybody wrong. We're all proving everybody wrong, especially about this football team this year.
Exactly. Now let's talk about the defense here. We haven't got to talk about them very much, but I think I got to give Lou now. I'm just calling him Lou right now. I'm not going to say the other word. Oh, he's Lou. We'll just go with Lou. But they had a turnover. They sacked him 3 times and 8 quarterback hits. That's pretty good. I mean, I think that's better than pretty much any defensive game we had at all last year. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Were swarming to the ball. I think there was only one play, and I can't remember who the tackler was, but it was just a quick dump over the middle, and it immediately went to trying to strip the ball. Like, no. At that point, it's too late. You're late. Just get them down. And the runner carries for another 2-3 yards as a guy. But the fumble at the end was perfect because you got one person. What was it? Was it Bates tackling and Pratt then pulling? That is the awareness that instinct that's what we're going to be. That's what we're going to do. And I kept seeing it. The whole time. Somebody saw that ball free and just jumped.
Yep.
Like, I've never seen them react that quickly. We've got some stuff we got to clean up. Absolutely. But the pressure off the edge, man, they were abusing some of those offensive linemen.
Oh yeah.
I know. I mean, heck, even Trey Hendrickson had 75 almost pass rush grade from Pro Football Focus. That was phenomenal. BJ Hill.
I wanted to bring him up. What a hell of a trade. I mean, I know it's only one game, but what a hell of a trade right there. Duke, everybody's got to give it up to Duke. I think he hit it out of the park with the last 2 drafts, and that trade right there, I think he hit it out of the park right there, because the thing is, we didn't have a backup really for Larry Ogunjobi. We do now, and he can play right next to him too. So yeah, that was a very good pickup, I think.
And I'll give it up. I know Jake Lisco, it's always been his guy, but Josh Tupou, he had a almost 80 pass rush grade, 14 snaps pass rush. Just goes to show you what we missed with him, deciding to take that COVID year and not get involved with that mess.
Right.
And then Mike Hilton, of course, as advertised, 87.5 pass rush grade. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to lose my voice.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, dude, we always been talking an hour already. Okay, Stuart says here, he goes, I was at a bar next to a Vikings fan. Dude was angry.
You will see angry. Search Twitter for the keywords Vikings and refs. Oh my God.
The thing is, they kept the guy next to me going, they can't be false starting that much. I'm like, dude, you hear how loud this place is? It's because of us. Because I think Burrow even said this in the post-game show yesterday, that they weren't doing silent counts at first. They were trying to yell out the counts, and they couldn't hear it. I mean, and even, like I said, Zach even gave us credit for that, for the start that we gave them. I mean, they had what one guy, I think he had 3 consecutive false starts, I think, or not 3 consecutive, but the 3 of them false starts were his.
And the thing about that, false starts are easy. I'm not worried if I hear my team get false start. I'm not even bothering looking, because it's so easy to see. Yeah, if you false start, you false start. It's the holds that drive me nuts that don't get called, or get called on us, and things like that, or the blatant stuff. I feel like maybe somebody will prove me wrong, but the intentional grounding. But I didn't see, they may have fell victim to the call on the field twice. They wanted that one touchdown, and granted, they scored the next play, but Vikings fans were complaining that they lost a timeout on that could have, coulda, woulda, shoulda, who knows.
They fumbled the ball.
Our defense was playing well, so I don't think that timeout.
Now, I want to talk about that fumble, because thank God that they called it a fumble on the play. The refs called it.
Because I could see why. The ball was moving.
But I think, it took me forever, and I had to turn around to the big screen behind us. The very last one, to me, it looked like a good call. Look at the ball was coming out right before his butt hit. So I'm like, I said, that's ours.
Exactly. You nailed it. All of these replays, I'm like, there's not enough evidence. Right. There's not enough evidence. But I say that a little tentatively, like, please, God, don't screw us. There's not enough evidence. And then that last one, I'm like, oh, no way. That's clear to me.
That last one's moving
before he touched.
Yeah.
Now, it was close enough, though. You're right. If they'd have ruled him down, we wouldn't have got it. We'd have been upset, but I'd have sat there, I'd have shaken my head like, you know what? I can't tell for sure.
That's kind of where, that's the thing, though. If they didn't call it a fumble, that play was going to stand. However they called it, it was going to stand. I think because it was too close to tell, I think. But then again, they didn't give us a first down when it looked like the ball was touching. So I don't know.
You remember losing to the Steelers. Andy Dalton had a great first half. We had a big lead to them. And then near the end, very end of the game, fourth quarter, we're driving. We're trying to win it. And was it Boyd who fumbled?
Oh.
But anyway, it was a similar play. It was.
I put that out of my memory, but yeah, I do remember.
It was really close, but to my recollection, which orange sunglasses here, he was not, or he was down, and then the ball came out.
Yes, that was.
But
yeah,
once again, their guys jumped on it. They all started celebrating. They sold it.
Yep.
They called it that way on the field, and we lost. So guess what? Now we do it. Now it's in our favor. Finally, after all of these years. Now, it wasn't egregious. It's not like we stole one or the refs handed. Vikings fans are bitter, real mad. We didn't steal anything. Refs weren't in anybody's pocket. Trust me. If you think the refs are in the Bengals' pocket, you have not been watching football ever.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Keith, take it easy. Thanks for watching the show, brother. He said I guess he's out of here, so I want to say goodbye to him. But I got to get up to this. It was Chris, I think it was. There's so many. I love you guys are blowing the chat up. I love it. There's so many comments.
Yes.
I see one in there about him wearing his Chase jersey. Where was it at?
Yeah, I wore my Chase jersey. Everyone was giving me high fives and treating me like I was making plays. One guy hugged me, and I told him I loved it too. Chris Hoskins right there with the perfect comment because that is what I love the most about being in Paul Brown Stadium. If you're anywhere near me in 158, you're going to get a hug.
Yeah. Oh, we were hugging.
You might accidentally get a kiss. I get caught up in my emotions, start kissing dudes. If we're winning, there is nothing. You will make friends. Sometimes some of the people I've met just randomly during a game day, I'm friends with now. That dude sits 2 rows behind me. He's got a honestly better beard than mine. I'm brother from another mother. Yeah. I always see him. I always say hi. It's family. Jess in one of the interviews, we're family. We take care of each other. Absolutely. And as this team gets better and grows, and the team camaraderie improves, that fan camaraderie improves. Come out to the stadium. You will, like Chris. People will tell you you're the one making the plays on the field. They will hug you. Dude, there is nothing like it.
I hugged so many people. I like my dad was like, "Do you know that guy?" I said, "No, no, don't care." I can't remember. I don't even know his name. But it was at the end of the game, and he just kind of walked down the stairs, had his big smile. I'm like, "Come on!" And his big old hug. I'm like, "Girl, let's go."
Dude, that's what we got back that game. That's what we're going to have against Jacksonville. We're getting this back. Yeah, the Rabbit. It's great stuff. Winning solves everything.
Oh, it's the cure all. Now we can't take it for granted. Now this was a tough game for the Bengals. It's not going to be easy for them to go into Chicago. You have to be real about it. Chicago is a legit team. I mean, they're the same division as the Vikings. They're kind of the same type of team, I mean, they want to run the ball, they want to play defense, and they don't want their quarterback to, make a lot of decisions. That is if Andy Dalton's the quarterback, which I'm assuming he's going to be. So it's going to be kind of, I think, the same type of game plan. So, I mean, I do think the Bengals have a very good shot of going in there and winning, but it's not going to be easy. But our schedule is no joke. I mean, I know I got us 11-6, but our schedule is no joke. It is going to be very hard. But I like that because if we get through this first half, and we're, I don't know, got a above 500 record, we're gonna go to the playoffs because the second half gets easier.
Oh yeah, you see, you've got a hug offer from Blackthorn.
I see that. Sure, I'll hug you, brother. go show up to the tailgate. I'll give you a big old bear hug. All right, here. It's almost 6:30. I think we're gonna roll on out of here. You got anything you want to leave everybody with there, Cat, before you go?
You know what? A lot of it is stuff I've said on Twitter. I've said on this show. I'm nobody. I'm just a fan. We're all just fans. But from this fan to you, equal footing. Thank you so much for coming out to the stadium. Thank you so much for being loud. It's a different experience in that stadium when people are quiet, when people don't feel like getting into it on defense. And I realized, fourth quarter, things were rough and it was a little more quiet and it was hard to dig deep. But when we really, really needed it, particular plays, third down, fourth down, everybody got up, everybody got loud. I know everybody can't get loud. Honestly, if you go to a game and all you can do is hum, if we had 40,000 people just humming, that would be louder than that stadium has ever been. The issue is so many people won't make a peep, clap, anything that you can do. Guy in front of me had a cowbell, and I'm telling you, I didn't think that was loud, but
I'm telling you, if you're down by us, you can't help but be loud.
Oh yeah. 158. It's infectious. But thank you so much for, you trusted the team. You put your faith in the hype. You put your faith in what Elizabeth Blackburn is trying to put together. You extended that olive branch when so many years there were things that didn't go our way. Everybody took that step forward and embraced it, and everybody's going all in. And that's what we've got. That's what we see on the field. We affected that game. If we were not that loud, even the people at home, if you didn't have that energy this year to share your favorite stories, everybody creating stuff, funny tweets that go viral, whatever you can to create, share your passion about the team. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't have won that game. I guarantee we would not have won that game with the talent on the field. And there's a lot of talent on that field. We're going to get better. The Bengals as a team, the players are going to get better. We as fans are going to get better. Keep going, keep building. Come sell out Thursday night. I want to see every single person. I don't care. If you want to meet me, I want to meet you. Absolutely. If you don't want to meet me, you know what? I want to meet you and hear why. Roast me. Come to the game.
Why the hell do you want to meet that guy?
Yeah, exactly. But thank you. This has been a long time coming, and I realize it's just one win, but that's how we build. That's a first step. To get back is winning that ugly game. Maybe we should have won by 2 scores. It's a game we would have lost years past. It's a first step. This next game, another step, and then bam, we're back in the playoffs. We're all celebrating. We're all happy. We're on Twitter, hugging, air high five, whatever, Instagram, blah, 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 seeing each other in public, going to bars, celebrating the Super Bowl parade one day.
Yeah, baby. Exactly. Now, one thing real quick. We got to tell everybody to go to Twitter because you got to vote for Joe Mixon. I didn't get that out there yet because
yes.
I retweeted it. I know you retweeted it. Go find it on either Caps or mine and get him to be the Prophetic Scround Player of the Week. So we definitely want to get behind him and get him that honor. So, Cap, as always, Hoo Day, thanks for coming on the show. And, dude, I can't wait for 2 weeks. See you, brother. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, which I can tell you guys can enjoy. You guys are blowing up the chat here. Now, let me get the doggy here. Doggy's been asking me about the Bearcats real quick, so I don't want to not respond to you, Doggy. But yes, the Bearcats, did they give me a scare? Not really. I mean, I was more irritated the way they started the game. And I kind of said this at the beginning of the show. I don't think Miami helped because it looked like Miami was there just for a paycheck last week and really didn't try. So Murray State actually tried, and I think it was interesting. I know I wasn't worried. I really wasn't. It was still fun to be there. So I just want to give the shout out to there you go. Pardon the punctuation. Shout out to Doggy because he's still one of the Georgia boys that still comment on the show, and I cannot wait. Next weekend, UC will be going to Indiana. It is a big game. And like I said before, we need to win this. We got to win the Indiana game. We got to win the Notre Dame game. And again, like I said at the beginning of the show, for any of you who think that Notre Dame not being undefeated, no matter who they played or how close they came to losing, if Notre Dame is undefeated and we go in there and we beat them, that's a huge statement. Absolutely huge. So whoever is out there going, it doesn't matter if Notre Dame loses, we're not getting in anyway. It matters. And I'm not even saying it doesn't. It matters for the Final Four, but it also matters for the bowl game, whatever bowl game we're going to be in. So it matters. So we want Notre Dame undefeated. We'll go into Bloomington next week and hopefully kick the crap out of the Hoosiers. But again, it's going to be a very, very special game, a very fun game. I wish I was going. Pardon punctuation. What do you got? Your 100th episode is tomorrow night. There you go. You'll be giving away 2 LFG shirts and Liam and Castellano shirts. There you go. Go check out their show tomorrow. I honestly have no idea how many shows I've done because I do it every day. So for 2.5 years. So I think I'm actually past 100, but I just do it more. I do more shows than they do. And yes, we will beat Notre Dame. I agree with you guys. I can't wait. Tommy. Let's see here. Notre Dame is overrated. Bearcats can easily beat them if the Irish are undefeated. UC will get a big push and a win. Well, we got to worry about Indiana right now. Doggy, there you go. Let's worry about Indiana right now. That's the next one. We got to go there and beat them. And look, Indiana, they're no joke. They're a good football team, so it ain't gonna be easy to go and beat them. But I am willing to find out if that's gonna happen. And God, I wish I had tickets to go. That would be awesome. So let me get to the Facebook groups that let me live stream, and I appreciate every single one of you guys as usual. Well, I'm doing exclusively in Who Dey Nation. I'm sure it got shared around, but I'm still going to give out the other groups that let me live stream. Like I said, it's Who Dey Nation, great Bengals group. Josh and the boys, they do a great job. Go check them out. Bengals Nation, Mike Kyle group, go check out him. Who Dey Legion, Jeffrey, that's his group. Cincinnati Bengals, The Jungle. Sorry, I don't know who that group is. I know who the group is. I just don't know who the admin is off the top of my head. So sorry. Cincinnati Reds riding third, heading for home. Bearcat Country, which like I said, Bearcats are playing Saturday, playing good. Hopefully going to be 3-0 when they come back. And they got the Ohio State Bucknuts, where I know my boy Jeremy Dimebag these nuts is a little bit upset. He's a little frustrated. You also go check out the Ice Bar, which is my show page. And go up there, build up to the bar, talk some sports, have some fun. And then you follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Twitter handle is at Jeff A. Trunapole. TikTok is at Iceman90. You can find all of them under Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'll be pulling a sound off later on tonight. So if you guys can't sit there and watch me me and Cap for, an hour and 10 minutes now, you can listen to it. So if you're at work tomorrow, download it, rate it, like it, review it. Give me a 5-star review. I would love that. It's on BeanPod, Apple Podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, Megaphone. I don't know, wherever you get your podcast, it's pretty much there. It's not on iHeart yet. I'd like to get on iHeart. It's not there yet. YouTubers, like I said, I'm at the 1,360 subscribers. That is awesome. Like I always say, if it wasn't for the very first subscriber, I would not be able to continue to do this. And this is an absolute blast. I love doing it. And like I said, shout out to everybody who came out and said hi to me at the Bengals game Sunday. It was awesome. And let's do it again in 2 weeks. And let's see, I gotta get this stuff set up first before I'm talking too much and get everything messed up. But remember what Joe Burrow said.
I thought he was dropping everything.
Which he wasn't. And as my boy, Jeremy Dimebag D's Nuts always says, remember one thing and one thing only, and that is you don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati. Who Dey? Brian Pillman's got this to say.
The streets of Cincinnati, welcome to the jungle!
And that's just sports, baby. See ya!
Let's go. Stripes, 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 yeah, stripes, 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 yeah. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast disobey, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who Dey, we ignite in stripes. Cincinnati, we gon' rise in in the jungle, we unite in dripping orange and black is like Who Dey when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle, dripping heat. Tigers strike the city streets. East side, stand up. West side, stand up. If you reppin' Who Dey, time to put your head black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping, nasty, natty, yeah, we live it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the bounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we